You know what is driving me nuts right now? Offer dates. Not offer dates in a crazy seller's market. Not offer dates when inventory is low, buyers are fighting, and every good house had 10 people line up at the door. I'm talking about offer dates in a balanced market, or even worse, in a buyer's market. Why are agents still copycatting like this is 2021? One house sells well, one house lists low, one house holds offer, one house gets multiple offers and sells higher than the recent comps. And suddenly, every listing agent in the neighborhood thinks they discovered fire. Here comes the parade. Same strategy, same low price, same offers. Welcome on Tuesday. Same fake urgency. But here's the problem. That one house worked because it actually deserved attention. It sold well. It was clean. It had upgrades. It had the curb appeal. Buyers walked in and said, okay, I like this. This is why it worked. Not because the offer date was magic. Not because the agent was a genius. Not because buyers suddenly lost their minds again. It worked because the product was good. But now you have agents trying the same strategy in homes that have not seen a renovation in 20 years. Original kitchen, original bathroom, tired flooring, old mechanicals, dark rooms, bad photos, questionable pricing. And somehow the strategy is let's list it low, create urgency, hold offers, and hope buyers fight for it. Buyers are not stupid. Buyers have learned. Buyers have scars from the COVID market. They remember what happened. They remember people overpaying. They remember ridiculous offer nights. They remember no inspection conditions. They remember emotional bidding wars. They remember buyers paying $200,000 over asking and then watching the market shift. And now we are hearing stories everywhere. People struggling with renewals. People stretched too thin. People who bought at peak and cannot make the numbers work anymore. And with all of that happening, some agents still have the courage to say, let's hold an offer date. Are you serious? I mean, this whole trick is tired. Buyers know exactly what it is. And I'm telling you from the field, because I work with buyers all the time. The moment I tell some buyers there is an offer date, they lose interest. They do not even want to see it. They say, forget it. Why? Because they do not want to compete. They do not want the games. They do not want to waste their time. They do not want to get emotionally dragged into some fake auction where the seller is hoping for a number that may not exist. So what happens? Your offer date comes, your offer date goes, nobody shows up. Or maybe one offer comes in and the seller is offended because they were expecting fireworks. Then what does the listing agent do? They cancel the listing. They relist it as a brand new listing. And suddenly the price is $150,000 higher than the original bait price. Come on. Everybody sees it. Buyers see this. Buyer agent sees it. The market sees it. You listed low to bait multiple offers. It did not work. Now you are trying to pretend the house was worth higher price all along. This is not strategy. This is lazy. This is copycat marketing. This is using yesterday's trick in today's market. And honestly, it hurts the sellers because now the listing has a story. Now buyers are asking, why did it not sell on offer night? Why did they relist? Were they overpriced? Is something wrong with the house? Are they difficult to deal with? You created that doubt. You created suspicion. You created friction. All because you wanted to chase a strategy that worked for a completely different property under completely different circumstances. Here is the truth. In a balanced market, price the home properly. Not stupid low, not fantasy high. Market neutral. Price it where the market truly is today. If homes are selling at 96%, 98% of asking, then focus there. Get the listing right. Get the presentation right. Get the photos right. Get the staging right. Get the showing experience right. Get the buyer's feedback. Negotiate properly. That is the job. Not playing offer date roulette and hoping buyers suddenly lose discipline. Because buyers today are different. They are tested, more cautious, they are more informed, they have more inventory to compare. They are watching interest rates, they are watching mortgage renewals, they are watching power of sale listings pop up everywhere. They're watching price reductions. They know the market is not the same market from 3 years ago. So when you try to force a 2021 tactics into the 2026 market, do not be shocked when buyers walk away. And sellers need to hear this too. Your neighbor's house may have sold with an offer date. That does not mean yours will. Your neighbor may have had a renovated kitchen. You have the original one. Your neighbor may have had a finished basement. Yours needs work. Your neighbor may have had a professional staging and beautiful photos. You have clutter, old carpet, and a furnace older than some first-time buyers. Different product, different result. Same street does not mean same strategy. And this is where good listing advice matters. A good agent just doesn't say that it worked down the street, let's copy it. A good agent studies why it worked. Was it the price? Was it the condition? Was it the lot? Was it the floor plan? Was it the catchment? Was it the renovation level? Was it the timing? Was there actual buyer demand at that time? That is strategy. Copying without thinking is not strategy. It's laziness dressed up as confidence. And then when the plan fails, the seller pays the price. More days on the market, more awkward questions, more price adjustments, more buyer hesitation, more damage to the listing, all because someone wanted to manufacture hype instead of reading the room. So here is my message. If the home is special, price sharp, shows beautiful, and the market supports it, fine. Maybe an offer date makes sense. But if the house is average, dated, overpriced, and sitting in the balanced market, stop pretending you are about to create a bidding war. You are not creating urgency. You are not creating resistance. You are not attracting buyers. You are pushing them away. And when the offer date comes and goes, do not relist it $150,000 higher and act like nobody noticed. We noticed. Buyers noticed. Agents noticed. The market has noticed. Just price the house properly, respect the buyers, and protect the sellers. And stop copycatting a strategy just because one house down the street pulled it off, because that house was the anomaly, not the market. Offer dates are not magic. Low pricing is not a strategy. Relisting higher after you fail is not marketing. It is games, and buyers are tired of games. So price it right, show it right, negotiate it right, or get out of the way for someone who actually understands the market. I'm the Angry Realtor, and somebody had to say all of this. See you again.